Time is 6:47. What makes the perfect wife? She's a good cook who doesn't mind her husband getting home late, apparently. I know some women who'd like them not to come home at all. Marcella Whittingdale investigates.
Careful what you wish for.
Always welcome your husband home, even if he stayed out all night. Let him relax and watch the television.
A couple of tips from the Good Wife Guide from 1955. Now, new research based on that book reveals what the modern man wants from the perfect missus. 59% want a spouse who'll stand up to them, 50% want a wife to remember their mum's birthday, and 10% fancy a female who can follow the footy.
I don't mind bringing the money, as long as they do some work around the house.
As long as she's lively and cheerful and, is prepared to put up with all his whims and fancies.
48% of men said being able to cook was the best quality a wife can have. And other old habits also die hard. More than 50% expect to come home late without getting an earful.
Join our 5 stars of Celebrity Wife Swap, John McCrirrick and his wife Jenny, who's affectionately known to him as Booby. Good morning to you both. John, this is your kind of report. You almost wrote it, didn't you?
Absolutely terrific. Marriage is a team effort. There's got to be a team captain. That happens to be me. And she has certain tasks she's got to do. I'm going to Formula races now. She's driving me there, looking after me there. She does the cooking. She's the Chancellor of the Exchequer, all in the red, of course, but she organises all that. She does all the cooking. She's quite good in bed. So what more do you want with a woman?
Jenny, please defend yourself.
Defending. Ask the questions and I'll defend.
Are you happy living with an arrangement like that?
Well, fine. That's what it is. But he doesn't drive, so what can we do? Somebody's got to drive him.
It's not just about the driving, is it, though? And in actual fact, you could probably afford to get in a few cabs here and there, couldn't you?
No, but Fontwell today, for instance, I'm going to get on a train and on the buses and all that sort of thing. The Booby takes me. How many other spouses go round to their workplace, taking them everywhere and looking after them? I'm very fortunate, but she's fortunate to have me. And you've got to think about, for instance, the kitchen is a key place. Women, you know this, Penny, are very territorial. They dominate.
I think
no man...
the man is the only person allowed in the kitchen.
I don't know where the kitchen is. My father never went in the kitchen. I don't go in the kitchen. And if you go in there, you are invading a woman's territory.
Jenny,
so no man at home is a proper cook. It is true.
Is this true? Does it feel like he's invading your space, and do you tell him to get out of your kitchen, or is that just because he stands there and makes a mess?
Well, he would make a mess, but it's preferable that I do it. I was trained to do it anyway, so it's easy.
Cook.
But it's like men marrying cooks or marrying nurses, isn't it? Most of the ones I know want to be looked after. I'm not talking about business, I'm talking about home. They want it to be all relaxed, looked after, everything done.
Yes,
generally.
Yes, but as we know in life, what you want isn't necessarily what you get, is it?
It is with him.
No, he does. He does. Now, Jenny, just before you interrupt me again, John, I was just going to say, do you stand up to him?
It depends what it is, really. In this instance, like normal living life, it's easier. We've got something going that works. Why change it? If you're happy with it, get on with it. If you don't like it, go and marry somebody else.
And you don't want to go home and have arguments and have rows. You have enough trouble here at GMTV, fighting and screaming. Race courses, they're arguing and bitterness and bitching going on around the place. At home, you must not have arguments. I'd say to everyone at home, don't fight with your partner. Whoever your partner is, you can only get worse. Don't fight with them. You've got other enemies out there.
I don't think they're talking about fighting.
Well,
I think they're talking about standing... No, standing up doesn't have to involve arguing. It just means that if there's something that really gets your goat, you finally present the goat and say, that annoys me.
Well, surely my voice has to be listened to.
Jenny, what do you look for in a man? I mean, was this what you aspired to when you were growing up? Did you think, when I grow up, I want a man who's just like John McCrirrick?
Actually, we're both only children. That's one of the troubles in life, of course, only children.
But does anyone think I'm going to be, like a little boy, I'm going to be an engine driver, or they used to do it? Do they ever end up doing it? I don't think... You don't say, I must have, do you? Because that's why so many people end up at 60 and they're not married, or they're unhappy relationships.
And that's why the equality women have got so much angst in them. They've made women think they should get much more than they can get, and it's caused so much misery. That Germaine Greer, I was in the Big Brother house with her, the misery she's caused with that female eunuch and all that sort of thing, that women think they're entitled to more.
Jenny, shifting uncomfortably there. Jenny, just very briefly, do you ever wish you'd do a little more around the house, though?
No, it'd be too much of a nuisance.
Well trained, my Bobby. Don't you do anything around the house if you're a man either.
Quite right, sir.
Yeah,
quite right.
exactly.
Lovely to see you, John. Lovely to see you. Can't help who you fall in love with, can you? Lovely.
That's it for the news hour this morning. Fiona and Ben up next for GMTV Today.
After the break, it's the weather with Andrea. Love, honour and obey. Goodbye.
No.
Exactly.